Well, hello everybody. This is Susan again from Garden Interest. Just coming back to you to show you that we are going to now paint some tops for the little creative tables that we're doing here. And this is one of them here. If any of you watched my last video, you'll see when we were putting together this space with the new benches and chair, and we were painting and starting to pull this space back together. So this is what we're going to do now. I'm going to fix these up, and then I'm going to bring some of the orchids back and just decorate the area a little bit. This is now painted. We didn't paint this when we left off in our last video, but this is now painted, this and the beautiful turquoise. And so we are going to put the tops of these of the stepping stone that I've picked up, and I've picked up a log design, as you can see. It's a log design to bring in the woodsy feel in this space, and I'm going to paint it the turquoise color so that it picks up the color down in this space. So we'll have turquoise and maybe orangey colors flow, because that's what I've been using in this space and I like it. So we'll just go with that for now. As time go by, we'll keep doing other things and keep perfecting, but I do plan to create a beautiful art piece for in this space. It's going to be in a circular design for here as well as over here, and not sure how it's gonna come out, but that's something that I have my creative mind on, and I'm going to sketch that out. Hopefully I'll take you on that journey with me on another video and show you what I'm doing with that, and I'm just praying that it comes out the way I envision it. So let's just go to this now, paint this up, and get started with what we have planned for today. So I just trust that you guys have been having a wonderful, wonderful week and embracing the day to day. It is Saturday here. Everybody else around the world may have a different day based on where they are and what time of the day it is, but it's a beautiful Saturday morning. It's now 11:30 in the morning, so it's starting to get a bit heated up here in the Cayman Islands, and it's beautiful though. I love it. So I'm in the garden. That's my place. So let's just get started. I've already dusted this off, like use a brush and just brush it off a little bit. It's made out of cement, so it's very heavy and it's durable, and that's what I love about it. And I love stepping stones to do so many different things in the garden. As you can see, I do different things with different, not for the real purpose of what it is, made to step on, but we're going to use it as a tabletop. So let's get painting. So I'm just using a brush. You could use a roller, but because there are grooves, which is like round grooves to create that log look, and in the center here and on the sides, I've decided to use a brush, because the brush I can actually put it on heavily and get down into the grooves and paint it a lot quicker. So that's basically what I'm going to do here. Most people would prime stuff, but this has already got the primer thing in there. So basically we just do like 1 or 2 coats if we feel. I'm not fussed when it comes to countertops like this, because as time go, you know, wear and tear, we just touch it up. And I like when things have that wear and tear in the garden, because it takes its own natural look. Some people want perfection, and so if you're that type of person and you want to have perfection, then you know, of course, you come back and you keep refreshing it as time go by. So I like the age look, in other words. So it has that age look after a while, and sometimes it'll form different kind of coloration over time. So I'm just gonna brush it on, nothing too spectacular, just to give it the color and let it look nice, so we can make it functional as a tabletop. You can see I'm just not doing any special way. I'm just Going around. Just getting in the grooves with a heavy coat of the paint. And just getting it all painted. I'm gonna go in heavy because there's some really big deep holes right here. So just gonna go in and just dab it. I know this might be boring. Some of you is like, ugh, she's painting again today. Ugh, boring. Some of you may say, oh no, this is great. We're learning because I don't know how to paint. No special way of painting this, guys. Don't be afraid of the paint. Let the paint be afraid of you. Because you're going to just make this work. So that's the first top of it finished. I'm just going to go on the sides here now. And this is where it's going to take a little longer because I'm now going to have to go in and just go back and forth like this. And it might get a little messy, but one good thing, we don't have to paint the bottom of this, just the sides. And let me go this way so you can see. So I'm just dabbing it because it has a lot of grooves. And when I'm getting in here, just dab and go back and forth like this and just kind of get it painted. So let me not keep you bored. If you are bored, I respect those that may not find this all intriguing. So let me just go ahead, paint these, and we'll pick back up from here. Okay guys, so we are done painting the tops, and we'll put them on in a second. But for now, I just want to start putting all the orchids back on this table, and then we'll get around to doing that part, and then that should pretty much be it for this video. As simple as that. So let's get this table looking nice. The legs, hold by the legs, just lift it and I'll come down all this way. Yeah. We'll just change around things a little bit in here. So now guys, I'm gonna have to rearrange this, fix this up, and I'm gonna leave this orchid here, of course, and I'm gonna actually put some plants back on the table here. So let's do that. I've got some legs, and these are made out of the, I don't know if you can see, but it's made out of the ceramic type material. So I'm just going to use them in areas where I want to put a pot or two. And try to space them out as much as possible. I'll do the same thing on this side. That one I may have to put a little further back on. Yeah. And then we've got these. So I may just put this one over here. I know it's difficult for you to see exactly what I'm doing, but I'll bring you in closer when I'm done. Some of these orchids I'm gonna have to repot eventually because they're looking bad. And they've outgrown their space. This is one of my phalaenopsis that needs to go on the tree now. I just haven't gotten around to it. So I'm still keeping it here until I'm ready. You know, I have no orange on this side, so I'll put an orange over here. And then I'll put the other pot here. May change it up a little because I'm already seeing something I don't like, but we'll see. I had this logwood leaned up on the table and it was quite a nice touch. So I think I'll put it back there. It just brings a, you know, woodsy feel on the table. And my husband always wonder, why do I keep these things? They're rusting away, falling apart, but they've been in my garden for so long and they just play a little part in the garden. So until they're completely gone, I keep them. Is it this? Just test it. I think it is. I'll bring them in now so we can place those. So we're going to put the tabletop on here now. I'm just going to move this one. Okay, so that is pretty much all of it. And I have this other wood piece that reminds me of a dinosaur because of the way it shapes. And I'm sure you can agree, it looks that way. Bring it a little closer. I had an orchid on it, but it's not doing so well. And I'll just keep it and let it look nice. So what I want to do with it this time, I used to have it on the table, but what I'm going to do is actually rest it behind here. And then what we'll do now, I'll just fix this up a little bit, but I'll bring the camera in a little closer so you guys can see. And then we'll put a clear coat on top of these to protect them. My husband will do that. He's willing to get all into this. Would you like the gloves on? Okay. Okay, so I'll just do this while he's doing that, and then we'll bring you in to see things a little closer. The product that my husband is using is the same top coat that we use on the bench and chairs, and it really seals the paint and let the paint last a lot longer than if it wasn't protected. Early in my video I said countertop for these. I apologize, I meant stone top. So yeah, those are going to be really nice. I like it. I think it adds a little different look in the space, and it's so convenient to just put a cup or, you know, your phone or your glasses or something while you're, you know, socializing. But you know, I'm going to eventually possibly put something here, right? That looks pleasing to the eye while it's not being in use. For example, let me just put something like this, like a little candle piece out here that help ward off the mosquitoes, something like that. I have two that I'm thinking of putting here, but I will eventually. Like I said, I will perfect things as I go along and see areas that I want to beautify the space a little better. But for now, I'm just going to work with what I have. And that's how you do projects. You know, you start off with what you have, you sit back, you look at it, and you're like, oh, I want to do that a little different, or I want to improve, or I don't like that anymore, I want to change that because it's not as great as I thought it would. That's how you get your garden looking the way you want it eventually over time. My husband used the saying, Rome wasn't built in one day, and so we try to do that, even though he says I don't believe in Rome wasn't built in one day. Because I'm when I get excited about a project, I want it done. I'm like, let's do it, and then I want to just get into it, and I get overexcited, and then it's like my mind keep going on these creative things, and he's like, oh gosh, I'm getting scared now. Right, hon?
Yeah.
And so, you know, he knows how I am. But that's what's great about us. We work well together. He understands me, I understand him, and I understand what he says is true. You know, not having Rome built in one day. So, you know, that's just the joy of spending time together as well in the garden and doing things that we love. So I've just fixed this up a little bit with the bare essentials that I have. I don't have anything else at the moment, but it looks good so far. So we'll just deal with this, and like I said, the next step now is just dealing with the art pieces I want to put up there, and perhaps I'll put one of, you know, candle something or something on that, just to kind of take the eye off of the bare. I'm gonna call it tabletop for now. All right, guys. Well, as my husband finished painting this, it will dry over time. I want to thank you all so much. I'm hoping you're seeing me here. I want to thank you all so much for joining in. And before I go, I'm just going to give you a close-up video of everything. And so for now, let's just get to the latter part of this, just so you can see how everything is pulled together. I'll be right back. Okay guys, I just thought before I show you the final look, I just want to show you one or two of the orchids that was in bloom in this area. And this one is so beautiful. Look at that. Isn't that a gorgeous specimen? That one is just putting out. It's got quite a few going on there, and I just thought I would show that to you. This one also is blooming. Pretty little thing it is. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. And one of my other favorites that's in bloom is this gorgeous one here. And the fragrance is awesome. Beautiful, beautiful all the time. I would show you the tag, but there's no tag. I'll try and see if I can list it in my description. If I find it in my album, sometimes I log them, but I'll see if I can find them, and I will place the name of it, especially this one, because this one's so pretty as well. And these are my orchids, how they are attaching and looking great in here. Look at the root system here, guys. Remember when I had did this? Some of you may have seen my video before when I did this, and it's putting out its buds to bloom for me now. So it's happy where it's at. But a lot of stuff has been going on, and we're trying to get a few things in order here. These are spiking. This is how this spikes. Let's see if you can see it a little better. Get a little closer. Hopefully that helps. The focus is good. And so it's got, that one's getting ready to burst. Look at that. That one's getting ready to open. These aren't quite there yet, but they're getting there. And this is the plant itself. And this one has a tag. Hopefully I won't break it in the process of showing you. Hopefully you can see the name. I hope you can see it. But this is the way in which it flowers. It's nice burst of flowers. And it has a bit of pink lip to it. It's really pretty. I still have my gloves on, guys, so it's a mess. But it's got out 3 blooms, as you can see. It's got 3. It's a beautiful specimen. Always gorgeous right here when it's in bloom. And this one, I think I showed you in my last, it's on its way out. And what's the name of this one again? I think it's called something Fox.
Francis Fox.
Right, Francis Fox. That's the name of that one. So my husband remembers some of these names. I'm terrible when it comes to remembering names, guys, as you have figured out. This is one of my Tulomias. I remember the type of species, but remembering the physical name of the plant, I'm horrible with some of them, honestly. Yep, okay. There is 1 or 2 more orchids I want to show you before I show you the finale setup. These orchids are doing great. It's got a whole lot more blooms on it. This one's putting out the white ones. I'm sorry if it's not giving you the very best of video with the sunlight being so bright, but I'll try and give you how it looks on different angles. And the other one, this one is got so many on it in this beautiful color, as well as the encyclia is in bloom. It's in bloom and it's looking beautiful, guys. I need to give it some trimming there, but it is really pretty in its specimen. All right, guys, let's turn around and see the finale. My husband's well relaxed in the space already, right, hun? And it is very cozy now, guys. I apologize for the brightness of the sun. It is very hot right now, this time of the day. But what I did was I just, fixed up here a little bit. Just put my little turtle there. I just tucked that little garden decor in there just to give it a little touch of finished touch there. Of course, my little doggy is sitting there. And this little section here, I've got the little bicycle. And I did find something to put on the table, guys. So I've got this beautiful Mexican pot. I just dropped one of my orchids already had in a terracotta pot. Just dropped it in there just so that, add a little something on the table. And of course I dropped a orchid in there. My saying that I showed you guys in my last video. And over here where my husband's sitting, I have a little bunny on the table, on the chair, sorry. And what I did was I put my little wagon stand, plant stand, and I just put the bigger pot there, smaller pot there. Another pot can actually go in the back there, but I decided to leave it for now because I like the way it's already clustered right there. That's enough. If anything, I may put an ornament, statue of some sort there just to give it a little decor later on, or maybe an garden art. And this is the table from this angle, so you can see the logwood and how it looks really nice there. Again, I apologize if it's too bright that you're not seeing it that well, but we'll definitely do another garden video so you'll see it when that's done. But this is how we did this coffee table. I'm going to step back so you can kind of see it from here and appreciate it. So we've done that. I've tidied up in here a little bit so it looks a little more pleasing to the eye. And as you can see, the dinosaur, the way that I did the dinosaur in the back with that logwood there. I put the little candle holder there. I put the assorted of pots on the end here. And we have this chair, and I did the very same thing with this tabletop. Put an orchid in there. So that section looks like that. Those chairs are moving from there, of course, but we were just utilizing them while we were doing this project. And I put this other piece here because I didn't want to jumble it into the space. But when you're coming from this angle, you can appreciate the whole view of this space. So that's it, guys. Isn't it looking great? I love it. I think it looks nice. Quite a nice change from what it was before, and something to enjoy. Okay, guys, so that's it for now. Thank you so much again for joining us. Thank you so much for going along this last bit of the project here. And thank you again for visiting my channel. Thank you for all those that have been my subscribers, those that are still watching, still hesitant, still not sure if they want to join our gang, I should say, our group. But please do, please join. And I'm trying not to get too much into the sun here. Let's get right there, it's good. So my husband's in the back. So we just want to say bye for now, and we'll see you in our next video. Have a great day, great night, wherever you are. Bye for now.